again, I want to make a little contrast with the biomedical model. So, for example, if we look at the hormonal communication that happens, that creates the menstrual cycle, from the biomedical model, we have an understanding that it is the communication that happens between the hypothalamus, the pituitary, and the ovaries that elicits then this rhythm, biphasic rhythm, that creates the menstrual cycle. And we understand that that's what's happening from the Chinese medical perspective. But there's more. And the way we look at it is there are 5 different organ systems in addition to this hypothalamic, pituitary, ovarian, HPO axis. There are 5 organ systems that are very, very, very specifically involved in the production of blood and fluids in the body. And the blood is clearly going to have a relationship with how this blood is entering the uterus, is being created in the uterus. And the fluids are an important aspect because the hormonal communication, this HPO axis, is a function of fluids in Chinese medicine. So when there are 5 organ systems involved in this production, we look at specifically the function, individual functions of these organs. And then in addition to that, we are watching the interplay between these two, between 2 or 3 or even all 5 organ systems. So it's the observance of the interplay that then determines the hormonal quality, the quality of someone's hormonal life, if you will, and how a woman's hormonal cycle is very rhythmic. It's this resonance, it's these rhythms that we have. And the interplay between the organ systems is what determines that rhythm, that interplay. So the observance then becomes what's happening to these organs. Are these organs functioning in a balanced fashion? Is there a compensation from various organ functions when one organ is down? So I'll give you a very simple example. There's a very, very trending terminology that's used now in medicine, which is adrenal fatigue. And this is basically that the adrenal system, which is the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis, has become overextended. So people are burnt out, if you will. So what happens when this adrenal axis is compromised? In Chinese medicine, you have and the system that comes into the rescue, if you will, is the liver. And the liver energy contracts. And this contraction of the liver energy will then start to produce symptoms. For example, PMS symptoms, irritability, anxiety, headaches, insomnia. And so when we look at this interplay, we understand that the liver is screaming very loud, it's reacting, you're getting liver-like symptoms. But the elephant in the room, the organ system that needs to be supported, are the kidneys. And so when we are observing the resonance of the body, you may have symptoms and you may have a presentation in the person's body that indicates that they have a liver pathology. But what we understand in Chinese medicine is that that liver presentation is coming because the liver energy is contracted in order to help the kidneys. And so the treatment involves supporting the kidneys at the same time as helping to soothe and support the liver. If you just treat one, you're not going to get the full, complete amelioration of symptoms. So the discernment that we do in Chinese medicine is who are the players, who is supporting who is deficient. And this is what we look at so closely when we do pulse diagnosis. But this is what we look at so closely when we do tongue diagnosis. Because you can see this interplay. And this interplay that I've just described between the liver and the kidneys is just one of multiple different interplays that happen in the formation of the hormonal rhythms of a woman's body.